Monday. It is Monday. Had a little accident with the water there. I need a bit of that. I need a bit of that. Not quite that much. That right there, that is a symbol of what can happen when you rush, when you need a bit of tissue and you don't focus. Life is about focusing. Need a bit of that. Oh, there you go. That's that. That's all that taken care of. I'll put this spare bit that I also managed to achieve there for later. Although I did actually recycle some tissue yesterday. I damped down something with like 4 sheets of tissue paper while I was cooking, and it was only water I was taking off it. It was a bit of lettuce leaf. And I was about to throw the 4 sheets away, and I thought, it's only water, isn't it? And in this heat, that'll be back to brand new in a few minutes. I'll just lay that there and use it again later to wipe something out. And I tell you now, if we all did that, it wouldn't make a fuck bit of difference compared to the pollution the industry in China and India are filling the world with. No, sad clown world. No. I'm not. I tend to have someone to do that kind of stuff for me, and she just holds it in her hand and throws it down the sink. Well, by sink, I mean throat. Right, lovely to see you all. We have got a birthday today, but I think it's only right that we wait till there's a few more people here. It is early in sunny England, I know that. Let's get a bit of colour in my cheeks because I'm looking at myself and I'm not liking what I see. And that don't happen often, to be honest with you. Let's see what I can do here. I mean, it is bright here. Wow, no, it's just jaundice. Oh. More of that. I think I need more of this one. Blue. I think we're gonna have to go with that, aren't we? It's that bloody water. It throws the balance out. I say it every day, and I never move the water. Anyway, lovely to see you all. Well, the week starts. The week begins. Here we are, another week in life, and I am hyped. I've got over my Monday thing. I'm over it. It's done. And it doesn't come. I haven't put it off to Tuesday. Work messages coming through already. Always reassuring. Let me just check them to make sure that make sure I've still got a job. Yeah, we're all right. Lovely to see you all. And listen. I know, the world is there for the taking, people. It's absolutely there for the taking. I done my personal inventory yesterday. It's sick. It's a sickening thing to tell people because people are like, but I'm telling you, it's life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. I used to do one every night, but when you get more into it, you realize you don't have to. And it's 10 minutes. Try it. I'm begging you to try it. I know what people don't like this stuff, do they? When I've done the old 5-second thing, which I still do, by the way. If you don't know what that is, if you're like, oh, I'm going to work on my novel. If you haven't started it in five seconds, forget about it because you won't. And I'm like that with most things now. You know what? I should really put all that washing away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have I not started? Forget about it because you ain't going to. If you haven't done it in 5 seconds, you won't. And it works a treat. More things get done, including resting. This isn't all about action and activity. This is also about resting. Sometimes I'm like, why don't you stop working? You've streamed for 6 hours today. You've done 2 bits of work for your work. You've prepped a video. You've written half a news story. Why don't you stop working and just maybe watch a film, do some yoga or something. 5, 4, 3, 2. If I'm still working, fuck it. I'm not going to. I'll just carry on working. That works. Hello, Anglo-Saxon. Hoyt to that. Good morning, Mr. Daneshall. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I learned yesterday how to cook a ribeye from frozen. I did go to Super Duper, but they didn't have much nice meat in there. And I had a ribeye in the freezer on the old Google. Can you cook a steak from frozen? Yes, you can. And I did, and it was excellent. I had a ribeye. I had a little bit of mashed potato with fresh parsley mash. Yeah. So ribeye, parsley mash, asparagus, and a couple of little bits of carrot. Not little bits of carrot, baby carrots. Fucking wicked. But it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, though. So I'll probably be putting on the pounds. I mean, that's what you think when you look at me, don't you? Fat boy. Nice one, Anglo. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good week. But listen, let me tell you about the inventory. So it's simple. It's simple. You just get a bit of paper or use a Word document. I prefer my little book because I can lay in bed and do it. And there's something very personal and relaxing about your bed and a pen and a book. And then I just write down the things that are on my mind and the things that are going well, things that aren't going so well, things that need some work. So I get to see, I get to stand back a bit from my life, which gives me a bit more awareness of my situation. And it's amazing because sometimes I'm like, well, hang on a minute. And this is what last night's one was. And maybe I should show it to you. No, it's a bit private. But last night it was like, I've become really frugal. I don't waste money like I used to because I'm all over stocks at the moment. So, shall I take my missus out for a restaurant that's going to cost 130 quid for the pair of us? Well, yeah, I will do that occasionally, but not twice a month because that's too much money. I haven't got that sort of money. So that one of those 130 quids, I'll buy some stocks with. And I've become more frugal. Now, this doesn't mean I don't treat myself. I'm not, leave my money alone. No, but I'm investing in my future. I'm investing in her and potentially children's future. So that's a great thing. And I looked at it and while I was doing my inventory, I got my free trade up. I looked at how much I've managed to invest over the last sort of 6 months. And how well they're all doing. It's just a green wave. And I was just like, sweet. And that made me feel good because I wasn't doing that a year ago. A year ago, I wasn't doing that. And I've managed to do it. And it was like what I was talking about yesterday. Don't worry, people. We will get onto clips and talking about things other than these things. But it is Monday morning. And I think it would be nice to give you a boost for the week. It was nice to be able to think, well done. Because the thing about projects and the reason people tend to not do them is because we live in a disposable, throwaway, quick payback culture. And that conditions you over your life to not be able to engage in long-termism. And, when you say to someone, well, look, if you can put a couple of £100 a month away, even 100 quid a month away, in 10 years, that could be worth 100,000. It really could. It could be worth 200,000. If you can just get 150 quid a month away, but that's 10 years. But, that doesn't come naturally to me. I'm not like, I'll think about what I'll be doing when I'm 60. But having a younger girlfriend and potentially children, I just done it. I just trusted it. I trusted my friend. I trusted the research I'd done around indexes. And I looked at the historical charts. I looked at adjusted for inflation. I looked at adjusted for high inflation. And I've managed to do it. And so that was a good thing that my inventory told me. How's the writing going? Well, as much as we joke about it, the novel is nearly finished. My editor is very sick at the moment. So even if I got my final edit to him, he wouldn't be able to get it done, which is why I've been concentrating on SUBSTACK. How's my Substack going? I've written nearly 120,000 words of good stuff. They're not all good. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are sparkling. But the comments are amazing. The subscriber count's flying. And that will contribute to my novel, because on Substack, you're allowed to link to your book in Amazon. So I've got an email funnel. I've got a mailing list. So everyone who reads a story at the bottom, if you like this, you might like this novel. You can read a sample of this novel. Click here. Click here. I'll put a wicked little bit of the novel up. Read that. As a Substack subscriber, buy today, 10% off. Bosh. So Substack is actually contributing to the potential success of my novel. That's in my inventory. Boom. I was like, well, this is good. This is good. How's YouTube going? Well, I fucked it up. I had a drug problem. I was unmanageable around diazepam. Oh, I'm going to do it with Mumford. Oh, I'm not doing it anymore. Lost half of my viewers. Gutting. I used to do streams to 300, 400, 500 people. Now the climate has changed. A lot of people are losing viewers because the coof isn't as coofage as it once coofed. But it's building back up. We had 180 people watching a stream the other night. Lovely. The grift is all right. I don't expect to get rich out of it, but you're very generous. So the other day gave me enough money to actually potentially mean I can get the computer I want in a couple of months. Boom. Lovely. Right. What isn't going so well? This, that, the other. Put them down as well. They need work. That needs looking at. All right. How can I do that? Wrote it down. A wonderful thing to do. A personal inventory. It's not tricky. Just write down what's going on in your life. What needs looking at. What's going well. Pros and cons of your existence. Simple as that. Take you 10 minutes. And it's changed my life. Not the one last night, but just doing one of these regularly. Because we're very good at deceiving ourselves. We're very good at just rolling along. And the problem with rolling along is you are not then the agent of change in your life. Your environment is. And we talked about this the other day. You know, when I'm singing a wasp in a bowl of blood in Paint and High Street in the same pair of pants that I've slept in and worn for the past year, and then 5 years later I'm living in Soho getting suits made, that was because I was the agent of change in my life rather than my environment. If we let ourselves just bumble along, nothing changes, nothing gets done. And you'll bumble along till you're dead. And when you're on your deathbed, you'll be like, your last words will be, oh, maybe I should have done something about that. So doing a personal inventory, you know, once a week. I used to do it daily, but like I say, once you do it daily for a year or so, you start don't needing to, because you doing it daily makes you more aware of yourself. So yeah, it stops me bumbling along. I can actually be active about things. I can make things that are going well go better, and I can make things that are going bad improve. It's that simple. So that is my gift to you. Take it. Whoosh. It's going to fly down the internet. So there you go. Lovely. Alan Bastard, are you here? Let me know if you're here. I still need to talk to you. Let me get the grift sorted out while we're on that. I'm going to try and get this down to a matter of 20 seconds. Oh, lovely to see some regulars in. Lovely to see the likes of Rob here as well. Lovely. Yeah, but Grego, novels take time. I know it's only a joke, mate, but novels take time. And they do, especially when you've got an editor who says, rewrite the first 50 pages, rewrite this, take this out, turn your 140,000 words into 90,000. What? Cut nearly half of it out? Yes. And my problem with writing is I don't have writer's block. I have writer's mouth. And so when I'm trying to cut words out, right, today I'll cut 5,000 words out. 3 hours later, I've added 2,000. Emrys says, my ex had a 5-second rule. Yeah, it worked a treat, mate, from Frozen. Nothing wrong with that at all, which is nice to know. Hello, Albert. It's weird, isn't it? Weird, Albert, because you'll think maybe procrastination, but we'll take anti-procrastination. I don't know, use what you will. Just make words up. There's no problem with that. Alan, good morning. Height to you, my friend. How are you? Broken silence is on the firm. Organic analog writing. I like the sound of that. Henry, Ian has been making lists for years. Helps focus. There you go. I try not to make my inventory a to-do list. I mean, it might work for you. It sounds like it does. But when I make lists, a list will tend to give me the illusion that I'm getting something done, when actually I'm just listing what needs to be done. So for me, that's not the that a list as such doesn't work. But whatever works for you, that's wicked. Zarbo's on the firm. He's on the firm. Zarbo's on the firm. He's on the firm. Good to see you, Chris. Nice, mate. Hello, Wolfie. Watching your telly is here. The latest addiction. That sounds like something sensual. Jeff's here. Hello, John. Hello, Jeff. Amazing. Grego quotes Robin Williams on yuppies. So we did drugs in the 80s, but now we just like to get all our stuff together and go, that makes me high. Marzipan says it could be worth fuck all too. Shares and stocks can go down as well as up. They certainly can. But if you're looking long game, historically, it's been perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I'm looking at 10, 15 years. Although I am considering a bit of day trading. I'm considering a bit of week trading, but that's going to require funds. So we'll see how Black Friday goes. Who knows? How interesting. You'd think that would be the biggest story of the day, wouldn't you, Henry? Someone asked me what day trading was. You scour the internet to get information. Good idea. And then you buy early. You buy, and then the price goes through the roof, and then you sell. It's that simple. I was going to do it with Trump's SPAC stock, and Free Trade didn't have it. But they did have it a day later. But because they didn't have it the day I looked, I forgot about it. 800% it went up. I had a monkey to put on that. 500 quid. 800%. Yeah, I don't even want to work out how much I lost on that. I didn't lose anything, but I could have gained a hell of a lot. Hello, Carlson. Oh, don't let the cat out of the bag, you bastard. Everyone knows anyway. We'll wait till there's a few more people here. Nice one, Carlson. Appreciate the donation. Yeah, it went well, didn't it? Went well, but it went on for a long time. So, but the analytics all right. I've got plans to make videos and things. There's a lot going on. It won't matter. Yeah, but that works, so Ian. It's all part of the marketing. Look, I can't write it any fast. Listen, can I just say, I know that people jest, but I do also stream twice a day. I have also got a business to run. I have also got a girlfriend. I need to eat and sleep as well. If I was a professional writer, it would have been done, but I don't have time. And it's hard work. Writing's not simple. My writing is a fucking confusing load of old nonsense. And trying to make sense of that and find time to do it is difficult. So it's going to be out when it's going to be out. That's how it is. Bumbler! Alan's telling me to check my super chats. I'm sure I did. I already saw that one, didn't I, Alan? Didn't I? Maybe we're out of time. Chrissy's not here today. She's on jury service. Oh, I wonder what one. Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Say what you got to say. Say what you got to say, Chrissy. Where we go. Thank you, Carlson. I was aware of that. I just don't like to talk about it. And that was my idea. I was going to buy that day and sell the following day. Yeah. That's that new computer bought. Yeah. And the thing is, they didn't have it, but they had it the next day, which would have still worked because it took 3 or 4 days to get up to that 800%. But you know, it's you win some, you lose one. You missed one from Anglo-Saxon. Did I really? Did Anglo-Saxon give 2 already? I don't know if you did. I'll have a look in a minute. 1 second. Mr. Bastard, are you lurking? What the fuck is that? Why has that never asked me that before? Hey? Got some cracking clips though. Got about 12 clips lined up for you today. Got some interesting things to talk about. If I can get enough work done, I've already put 3 hours work in today on my day job. If I can get enough work done this Arvo, and it includes making a video, which is a long thing, I might stream I might do a mega stream for the Rittenhouse case if it's being broadcast. So I might see you there. We might have a mega stream later, which will be interesting, I think, and hopefully not disappointing. It's a big one, isn't it? It could be a sad day for freedom and patriotism. Well, I can certainly only see one from Anglo-Saxon. Well, one's enough, but I don't think I've missed another one. So there you go. And I got Carlson's. I think we're all up to date on those. I know you are, mate. I know you are, Ian. It's all right, son. I know that, mate. Thank you for that donation as well, Ian. Right, let me just get this out of the way quickly. Hi, all right there. You can become a member of this channel. That's the top link in the description. There's free strata. We have private streams where everyone jumps on the screen and they're very strange. They're good fun. The heroes are going to get 2 this month. I better get on with that soon as well. Maybe next week. What else? Super chat. That's the $ at the bottom of the chat, just down there. That's how you do a super chat. Entropy. You don't give Susan or YouTube or Google or Alphabet not a freaking cent if you use Entropy. I'll put the Entropy link in the chat. But what I will also do is pinner to the top of the YouTube chat using hacking skills I developed a long time ago in a different universe far from home. So if everything went according to plan, there's an Entropy link up there. I think I've got to adjust the colouring again. Maybe putting a light on will help. Let's see. Oh, a little bit naked there. We'll try that one and we'll try that one. Get a little bit of orange boom. It's kind of worked, hasn't it? Right, there we go. 42 says smash those likes. Why not? John B says you're a regular Mr. Robot. What, me or the other Mr. Robot? There used to be a bloke here called, what was he called? Robot One or Al Robot. He gave me a 500 quid super chat, 500 quid Entropy. I think he gave me an 800 quid Entropy. And then one day his mate said to him, don't give him any money, he's just ripping you off. And he went, so I'm not going to. I was like, okay. Okay. Thanks, mate. I haven't seen him for a while, though, the old A1 robot. Or was it AI robot? I never knew. Seemed like a nice bloke, though. Carlson says, the Cecil Pangahanda stream was great last night. Some weird bloke kept talking about her milk. And she reprimanded him. Music and reverb stop. No way. She called him out. Amazing. I'm going to turn the brightness of my computer up so that my face doesn't look so goldened. I would if it would let me, of course. Come on, press that. Then that. Then, oh, am I still here? I'm not here. I do like Sparkles. I was listening to This Is a Wonderful Life this morning. Great band. Not a band, is it's one bloke. Right, let's just do this. There you go. That put a bit of colour in the cheeks. Hey, all right there. We're alive. It is Monday after all. Well, if you're talking about me, you've got to get things done, and you've got to get life done. You've got to do it. If you get it done, then it's good. If you don't get it done, it's not. So get it done. You can quote me on that. I'll repeat it. Get your notebooks out. You've got to get it done, ain't you? Your life, because it's your life. And if you don't get it done, you got to get it done, because then it's good, innit? All right? I'm a Buddha, essentially. Words of wisdom. Let me just check that happened. Yeah, no good. Right, there you go. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that what they call top hackers? Is it robots? I mean, there's no disconnection. There's no me and the computer are at one. You've probably seen it over the course of my stream that we're at one. So I contacted Salty Cracker, and that man is so busy, right? Honestly, the things I had to do to contact him, I had to go to his website. And when you see Salty Cracker YouTube channel is like an nth of his project. The Salty Cracker project is a behemoth. It's massive, and he's got safety net after safety net. No, that's him. It's him and his missus's. Him and his wife would have been easier, I suppose. Business, and that's fair enough. Of course, he should make money out of it, but he ain't going to be coming on this show. He didn't say that. I'm waiting for his reply. But when I say to him, do you want to come on my show? We'll have about 150 viewers. It won't help you at all, but it'll do me the world of good. He's going to say no. There's a 1% chance I might catch him half cut or something, and he'll go, yeah, all right. I literally said to him for 10 or 20 minutes, because, get him on. Just don't let him go. No, absolutely, Jeff. There's plenty of them, but what a project it is, and fair play to him. And this is what I'd like to be like as a writer. I'd like to be writing full time. I'd love to have the time to do that. Ian says, listening to Cecil and her friend talking together with the reverb reminds me of the brain confusing at the height of a withdrawal. They love their reverb, don't they? Even out here, when the karaoke machine comes out, oh yes, and I've got to do that. It's my girlfriend's birthday soon, and I've got to go to the provinces, and the karaoke machine will come out. And the way it works is you link your mobile, your phone, to the karaoke machine using Bluetooth mode, and then you just find that you can go onto YouTube and type in something like, I think I'm going to do Eric Clapton's "You Look Wonderful Tonight" because I can sing it. I know the words. And you'll find the karaoke version of that on YouTube, and then the karaoke machine plays it. But that reverb, not because it sounds good, because it sounds like technology, and it makes them think they're rich because, we've got technology. We can change the sound of things. And they sit there going, just turn that fucking reverb down. You sound like you're screeching from hell. I won't be doing that. I'll turn that right down, and they'll have it raw and rubbish. Morning, Dennis. How are you today? Meganesia says, I came in to apologise for the recent balminess. I've gone to the mountains for a breather. You're all right, Meganesia. I just felt a bit sad because I couldn't understand what you were saying. But you won't be the first. You're not the first, and you won't be the last who says things that me and no one else can understand. You're welcome here any time of day or night, and you're welcome to say whatever you want, as long as it's not horrible to anyone, because that's not so good. But no, it's a pleasure to have you here. And why is that, Ian? Is that because you're lowering your subtext, or is it just because you're sweating? It's horrible, isn't it? Oh God, oh Lord. That's one of the main reasons, apart from the love affair I had in Patong. That was why I went to Thailand to get clean the last 2 times, because of the heat. It just makes it easier. You know, when it's hot, I mean, it causes other problems because it's hot. There's no regulating it. Your internal thermostat is screwed. Acoustic guitar, no microphone, is the best way to sing. Yeah, she wants me to take my guitar, but I don't think the peasant folk are going to necessarily get with a wasp in a bowl of blood. But I've got some others. Don't worry about that. Okay. Brought it on. Carlson was absolutely all over it by the sounds of it. Look, this is a bloke who stopped drinking recently. He's doing absolutely anything rather than sit with himself. Pangahandan streaming. Click. 90 people at the crack of dawn. Not that dawn. I don't think Cecil's got a Substack, has she? Good Lord. Oh my God, you got her to make one. Why? So she can say, come, welcome, stream people loving, good, nice day. Which is, in fairness, I can't believe you got her to make a Substack. What is this? Are you gonna tell her now to at the beginning of her streams to open the doors of griftation? Right, here's something horrific to start your Monday, sent in by a scrub. It's about 4 minutes, but we won't watch all of it. If you are, don't crash, computer. Oh, come on. I'm only asking you to open a fucking window. It's not difficult. If you're in any way arachnophobic, like I am, maybe tune out now, because this isn't good news. Hang on a minute. Have a look at this thing. It can bite through your fingernail. Who wants a spider with that kind of strength? If it can bite through your fingernail, it can get through your skin. Check it.
It's the largest funnel web spider with fangs capable of puncturing a fingernail. It's dubbed the mega spider. The park says it's roughly twice.
Mega spider. Or go back a bit because you need to hear how big it is.
A fingernail. It's dubbed the mega spider. The park says it's roughly twice the size of a typical funnel web spider. It follows a surge in the number of creepy crawlies.
If you don't know, the funnel web spider, one of our Antipodean brothers or sisters might be able to tell me, but I think it's one of the most lethal arachnids in the world.
Thriving in wet and humid conditions across New South Wales. Joining me live is the head of reptile spiders at the Australian Reptile Park, Daniel Rumsey. Daniel,
he doesn't want this section, does he?
Most people out of their wits. The mega spider.
I brought her with me, so it's hard to see, but she's about bigger than my thumb. So she is a big funnel web. Typically half the size generally for the ones we receive here at the park. So yeah, quite shocking. I actually found her in the tub, and I thought, what is that?
Why have we found a spider at this time?
Now, I live in a country that has tarantulas. Oh, actually, I need to tell you something. I didn't get a photo, but my missus called me this morning because she knows I like the geckos. I like the tukais. And that's the noise they make. That's why they're called tukai lizards. The biggest one I've seen so far in her bedroom that I'll be staying in soon, because her room, I'm being absolutely massacred by, excuse me, anus, mosquitoes at the moment. Get the DEET out, you bastard. Go on, suck some of that in, you little bastards. 100% poison. I don't care. So she rang me up today, and as soon as it was a WhatsApp video call, as soon as the call opened, it was just carnage at the provinces. All the kids screaming, everyone just going berserk. and the camera was sort of like this. She was going, look, 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 look. Oh no, work messages. Don't look at those. That'd be all right. There was a Tokai lizard in her bedroom. Now, this is how her house works. It's got walls, right? So imagine the 4 walls, but the roof, the sides of the roof, they're not joined to the top of the walls. So do you see what I'm saying? So it's like a suspended roof. So in theory, you could, if you could run and jump on top of her wall, you could climb out of the room. It's open. It's open plan room. And there was a Tokai. I'm having to move back here. It was about that long, right, from head to tail. And it was about that fat, its body. It was blue. Blue. I've got to go and stay there for a few days for her birthday. It was blue with red spots. But it was like red spots with blue circles around them, and then sort of like a sort of a brown base color. Absolutely terrifying, not of this world. Now, Tokais aren't going to kill you, but they will bite you in your sleep, and they're fucking hard to get off. I'll grab a video a bit later. I've got too many racked up at the moment. I'm already having trouble. But a Tokai will, if you're sleeping, they will bite your nose just to give it a little, is this food? And you will have trouble getting it off your nose. So that's a relaxing night's sleep in the provinces. This thing was fucking massive. It was kind of nice of her to show me. Oh, welcome to my pad next month. Oh my God, the size of that mosquito bite. White tiger balm alert. There you go. Put that on it. I'm not joking. If you get mosquito bites, smother it. I've got another one here. Smother it in white tiger balm. You'll get about a minute where it really itches. You're like, oh no, that's made it worse. And then just pull off a bit of a toilet roll. And now I've got it all over my lips. But for about 1 minute, you're like, no, senior citizens, make sure you clean yourselves. You smell of wet and old biscuits. And then gone. See, now, after singing the senior citizen song, join in next time, you know the words. And then it's just gone. Anglo-Saxon. Pow. Chris, have you heard they're going to deploy the National Guard in case? Yeah, I've heard they're already out on the streets. Actually a good thing. Actually a good thing. If you're, I mean, is that what you're going to do? Is it you write the laws? Do you now? Is that how it works? So if you don't get the result you want, you just smash up other people's businesses and houses. No, it doesn't seem sensible. That sounds like stupidity. So yeah, good. And I hope that they are instructed to attack with extreme prejudice. But thank you for the donation, Anglo. That's amazing. I will, like I say, I'll work my ass off this afternoon, and so hopefully we can get in as soon as that case is being broadcast, and I'll stream it. I think it'll probably be about 4 o'clock, 4:30 UK time. So I will hopefully be streaming that. And let's hope, the support for BLM and Antifa has gone through the floor. It really has. I can't imagine why. I mean, burn a nation, lose respect. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing that they've done. I'd like to be interested on other people's thoughts. What do you make of that? I mean, I'm sure that'll be Kenosha and Wisconsin, and however you say it. Nice one, Anglo. I appreciate that 10-bit. Much appreciated. I'll be sleeping in a full-face helmet. Well, in fairness, when I go there, she does get one of those mosquito nets that keeps us, that nothing can get in. Maybe a massive lizard could get in. I mean, sometimes snakes come over the top. But look, this is the case, right? Anglo, did I actually thank you for that? I want to thank you. Alan Bastard MP, you here yet? Let me know when you're here, Alan. Here's the way I look at it. When I go out to the province, do I not go out there and spend time with my missus in the beautiful Cambodian countryside? What a privilege to be able to live with peasant folk and be part of it. Not a tourist, not just turning up with my silly hat and sunglasses going, oh, look how these people live, but eating with them, going through their rituals, going to the temple with them. You know, that's a privilege to me. Am I not going to go there because of the snakes, the spiders, the lizards, the insects I don't know the names of? When there's 4 or 5-year-old kids that live there, is that the man I am? That I can't, oh, I'm scared. No, I can't. I am scared. I am. I'll be honest with you. It terrifies me. I hate spiders. There's tarantulas out there. Actual tarantulas, but they run apparently. If you walk into the wooded areas, aka jungles, they don't want to come near you. But the kids pick up snakes if they find them. They pick them up, they cut their heads off, they stick them on a bit of stick, and they cook them and eat them. And I don't want to miss out because I've got fear. I want to face that fear and overcome it. But it is still scary for sure. But you know, I eventually fall asleep after enough gin, bottle and a half. But there you go. Oh my God, Livy was actually bitten by one when little and ended up in hospital for 24 hours. Oh, that would my mother told me that I used to come in from the garden with spiders in my mouth. Like I'd be going here, and a leg would go, and she'd go, oh, get that out. But maybe that's what done it. But I really don't like spiders. They've already boarded up shops, have they? Let's just hope that he gets off, eh? Well, that is that's the case. I mean, it's awful. It's awful. You know, that self-defense laws should be being expanded as far as I can say. I don't know what that means. You know, they should be expanded. Stand your ground laws should be expanded. You know, it's becoming more dangerous. There's more lunatics around. Get yourself a gun and protect yourself. Fuck that. If someone holds a Glock at your head, you need to shoot them as quickly as possible. I think that geezer was lucky to get off with his little homosexual and panty for leftist bicep getting shot off. If I was Rittenhouse, I'd have stuck that barrel down his throat and said, good night. Poof. It's ridiculous. They were trying to kill him. They said they wanted to kill him, you know, the pedo. John B says, love the legal streams danger of the Bailey. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will be having one later, depending on me getting my work done. So this might not be a 2-hour beast of a stream. I might do an hour and a half or something. Although I am rambling and we haven't even got through the first one. Yes, Little Bullet. Likewise, although I'm hearing all sorts of things like they're looking at lesser charges because they know they're not going to get the bigger charges. It will be a travesty for justice. It'll be a travesty for freedom, and it'll be a travesty for America if he gets sent to prison for anything. Poor bastard. Carlson, I'd say no. I don't know that you can't. I mean, they'll eat anything, but when they see a tokai, they all run. Whereas when they see a snake, Adele doesn't want to hear this, but they'll trap its head and they'll kill it and eat it. So I wonder why they don't eat the tokais. You know, they eat tarantulas. They'll catch tarantulas and just drop them in a pan of oil and pull it out 30 seconds later and eat it. Hungry? Yeah, but no. Right, okay. Yes, sorry about that. But, you know, these people are hungry. And they are hungry. They don't do it for fun. Juicy Squirrel. They don't have a lot of food. You know, they have the food that they grow. They have the food that I buy for them. and they have the food that they can catch. They have chickens that lay eggs, and they have chickens that they kill. And that's it. But I'll tell you something amazing that I saw today that I've never seen. And this is a little bit saccharine, perhaps. But while my missus was talking to me, and after they've got the Tokai and chased him out of the house, she went and showed me all their crops, because they're growing papaya, they're growing vegetables I don't know the names of. And then she took me to a banana tree that was just covered in bananas, ripe bananas. And I was like, no shit. Because last time I was up there, they were like little tiny nothings. And I said, are they ready? And she pulled one off the tree, and they're only about that big. They're not like genetically modified massive cocknanas. Cocknana! That's what I'm going to call my kid, Cocknana Dangerfield. I'm not. She pulled it off the tree, peeled it, ate it. And I've never seen that. And I thought, oh, I can't wait to. I said, will they still be on that tree when I get there? She said, yeah, they need a little bit more ripening. Those were definitely the words she used. She went, yes, they need a little bit more ripening. But it was quite something. Yeah, but they've been wearing the coof nappies out here for years. It's a thing that the younger people do. You know, that's an Asian thing anyway. Right. I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. He did show restraint. He showed restraint. As I said yesterday, 100% of people who didn't attack Carl Rittenhouse are alive or have both biceps intact. You know, that's a fact. We'll see. You know, they've been threatening the jury. This is a problem. Right. Okay, let's watch the rest of this video, or a little bit more of it. But there he is. He will bite through a human fingernail.
This particular species of funnel web actually grows a little bit larger than the one we typically work with.
I mean, look at it, people.
It's more commonly found in the kind of the greater Sydney region. But obviously, as the weather warms up and it starts to rain and funnel web spider activity does start to increase.
Look at that. He's got his warrior stance on. Look at that. Don't come near me.
It's also a good reminder that, you know, potentially they're one of the most dangerous spiders on the planet, not just here in Australia.
Well, and that, in fairness, Carlson, that's what separates it from a hamster, because a hamster can bite through a fingernail, okay, but it doesn't carry the lethal venom of a funnel web spider, does it?
It's always a good reminder to be safe when it comes to spiders, because I would not want to cop a bite off a really large funnel web.
Yeah, no, it's enough.
We don't need to see any more of that. But a friend of a friend, this was passed on to me because when I was thinking about going out to our Antipodean shores, the Antipodean shores, should I say, a friend said to me, are you not worried about all the, you know, hasn't Australia got more deadly insects than anywhere else in the world? And a friend told a friend of mine who lives there, he said, yeah, but there's a basic rule. You don't put your hand anywhere you can't see. Now, that kind of makes sense. I know, Carlson, as was I. But you don't put your hand anywhere you can't see. So if you drop a cufflink down the back of a chest of drawers, you don't do the old... Hang on, where's that? You don't do that in Australia. You always make sure that... Poisonous hamsters in Australia. Well, weird that you say that, because the rats out here, if a rat out here bites you, you are poisoned without a doubt, because their teeth are absolutely filthy. John is getting all military on us. Is still toe caps. You think so? You'll be surprised how fast those spiders can move. So when you go to boot it, I'll tell you a story about getting rid of a spider once. I trapped what are they called? A harvest spider, UK spider. Some of them are as big as your hand. I caught it under a plastic bowl once, and I'd done the old bit of paper under it, bit of card, and then my bedroom window was open, right, and I got the container and bit of card out the window, pulled off the bit of card and went like that, and that spider in that little moment in time, it shot out a web, and as I flicked the bowl, it had made a little bit of web in the bowl, and it flung back onto the plastic and shot up my fucking hell. And I saw it happen in slow-mo. I was like, right, spider, I didn't want to kill you. Go. No, shit. And then it was like, taking all my clothes off like you never see and throwing my clothes out the window. Yeah. Absolutely awful. Flammadiddler saw some lovely little scorpions out there. Steve Cray says, try kicking a huntsman. What is a huntsman? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, there you go, Pants Langford. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Right, there's 110 people in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish Illuminatus, long-time OG scrub, knower of things, poet, writer, rock star, I think we can say. It's his birthday today. Can we have an HB in the chat or whatever you want to write to Illuminatus, because it's his birthday. Congratulations, mate. Happy birthday. No doubt you got absolutely shitted last night, and you're going to have a existential breakdown for the next 5 days. But we love you here. You're great stuff. You're a good bloke and a talented man. And it's a pleasure and a privilege to have you on the firm. And happy birthday. How lovely. Don't call him Lulu. Right, so that was our funnel web shot. Right, what have I got for you next? What's the time? 52 minutes. The griff's been freaking appalling. So this is shocking. This takes us back to the Rittenhouse situation. Now, strap yourselves in, people, because this is damn unpleasant. I can't stand Don Lemon. I can't stand his lies. I can't stand his racism. I can't stand his hypocrisy. I can't stand his low IQ takes on anything. I can't stand the fact that he'll probably get off this charge he's on of apparently sticking his hand down someone's trousers and then asking them to sniff his finger. True story. But the hypocrisy in what you're about to see. And also, I am going to interrupt it because there's a couple of things I want to say about what he says. Because a couple of the things he says are such a giveaway on his way of thinking. Nice one, Carlson. There was a large house spider on the wall of my shower. When showering, I kept staring at it thinking, don't you fool. And it bloody jumped towards me. Yeah. I had a jumper out here in the first house I moved into. It was part of what contributed to me moving out of it 2 days later. I chased it across the bed and it jumped onto the wall. Fuck that. A jumper. Not nice at all. I can't believe you got in the shower with a spider on the wall. I'd have put the shower on super jet and just gone, or I'd have got the raid out and gone, bye. I don't like killing spiders, though. Cockroaches, on the other hand, they get the full wrath of my hate. But spiders, I do try and go on, just get out. I have this weird fear that they're going to send out radar and every spider in Phnom Penh's going to come round. And while I say that, there is a bug that comes in here occasionally. And if you scare it by threatening it, it does send out a hormone and you will get swarmed. No shit. Maybe I'll see if I can dig out that research and show you it one day. So when that one comes in, I just open all the windows and just sort of try and avoid it. But if you scare it, it releases a hormone and you'll get swarmed. Now, not the whole swarm don't come out, but enough to him bite you. You dead. Nice one, Carlson. Don't get in the shower with a jumping any spider, and then you'll eliminate the jumping threat. Cheers, Chris and Scrubs. I think I'll make it through the existential crisis today. Nice one. I hope you had a good night and hope you have a good day. Yes, you've obviously seen it, King Corona, but what a shocker it is. What an awful thing to say. Alan, yet, let me know. Check this out. Mind-blowing. This is from your friend of mine, Memology 101.
There's this theme of white wannabe vigilantism that I think.
Right, my God, what has happened to my vape? I'm gonna have to re-cotton it. I won't recoil it. I won't re-rack it. I might get videoed and then it'll be slowed down and then I'll have to get an expert in to say, if I slowed that down, thank you, Pax Max, appreciate it for the audio check. When she says there's this thing of white vigilantism, she's got a very, very short memory because it was only, a year or so ago that an organization called Black Lives Matter took to the streets to enforce their own brand of justice. And isn't it amazing that the purveyors of truth, CNN, can just outright say white in a mainly white country as well? That's the madness of it. There's this thing of white vigilante. It's just madness. Anyway, I'll take it back a bit and I'll let you watch it. But I probably will interrupt because there's a couple of moments that require speech.
There's this theme of white wannabe vigilantism that I think
maybe because white people care about their country more. I don't know. Look at the cucking of the bloke on the left. Look at the absolute cucking. He is over. His life is over. He's the cuck should have stopped years ago, mate. Look at you.
Encapsulates both of these.
Look at his boat race while she says that. He knows that he's been agreeing with this kind of nonsense for decades. And he knows he doesn't agree with it. He knows he doesn't believe with it. He knows he's sold out his own people. Oh, but he getting a CNN money. Fucking awful.
Trials and laws aside,
laws aside, yes, you heard that right. She wants to talk about the Rittenhouse trial, but laws aside, whoa, this is CNN. Laws aside, fucking amazing. Let's have that again.
Laws aside, how is the defense doing aside? What do you think about
what are you saying, woman?
Idea that this is something people do, that in some places this is still okay.
It is the ultimate degree of entitlement. When people
there you go. It's entitlement. It's entitlement.
Believe that this is how they're supposed to be. What the right is saying about Kyle Rittenhouse is that, well, the government didn't do its job, so it took a 17-year-old kid to come in and do what was right. That's vigilantism. That's not what people are not supposed to be vigilantes. We're not supposed to be taking justice into our own hands. Imagine if every single person in America did that. Imagine if you call for.
Can you imagine how incredible it would be if everyone in America did that? and yet, well, let's just let it roll. I'm going to go back a bit just to really rub this in for Don Lemon.
Into our own hands. Imagine if every single person in America did that. Imagine if you call for black men or just black folks to be armed and go out on the streets and, do what they think. Justice, take it back. Remember?
They already are.
Remember, and what they did to you and slavery, whatever, go and take things.
You promote that all the time.
And imagine if people were condoning that or just doing that.
And people become upset and they...
Right, so this is the same man not so long ago. I'll take it back a bit.
Imagine if people were condoning that or just doing that.
And people become upset and they take to the streets and they start to protest. And then you say, well, why aren't you protesting peacefully? Well, you tried. So what do you have people do who are trying to have their issues looked at? What would you have them do? The government's not doing it.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You want to tell people how to protest, but you can't accept either doing it peacefully or not.
Will there be a different perception in this country about who should and who shouldn't carry guns? Would our gun laws be different? I certainly think so. So there is a double standard, but it is the ultimate degree of entitlement. This is what I'm supposed to do because this belongs to me, meaning this street, this town, and this country. And I think it's tough for people to hear that, but it is the absolute truth. I don't walk down the street saying, this is I pay taxes here and therefore no. If I see someone
such
breaking the
a
law,
major sussing.
I call the cops. That's what they're there for. It's supposed to be about law and order. This isn't about law and order.
Bruh.
Oh
no. What an incredible sussing. And, you know, there's no consistency from utopianists. Communists don't have a consistency. They seek to destroy. They hate white people and they want to destroy white America. That's incredible what you just saw there. He must know that he said that before, and he doesn't care that he said that before because he trusts the news cycle. He trusts the hypnotic nature of just keep saying it again, and it doesn't actually matter what you're saying as long as the message continues to flow. I mean, that's madness. To filter down what he said, to refine what he said then. This is what he said. It's all right for us, but it ain't all right for you. Now, I don't need to go into the details of who us and you are, but that's basically what he just said, and it's absolutely shocking. Hello, Scott's Armour. Good to see you. People, if you're not subscribed to Scott's Armour, you should be. Great channel. Rags turns up on there as well. What a piece of shit Don Lemon is. Absolutely awful. And I hope this trial of him shoving his hand down some geezer's pants and asking them to sniff his fingers, I hope that gets covered on CNN. I'm sure we will hear nothing else but that story. Apologies for my lack of articulation and the usual level of eloquence and explanation you're used to, but I've been somewhat surreptitiously re-wicking my vape. 140 people in the early morning stream. What a treat. I just wish I had something to tell you. Fuck off. If you got here earlier, I gave out the life-changing laws of the personal inventory. If you missed that, when you finish, get back to the front. And also, if you missed it, I'll be doing my best, if I can get enough of my day job done, to cover the Rittenhouse summing up live. Oh, look at that. The bloody grift has opened up as well. How lovely are you people. Hayden, height to you. Leftists don't know. They don't care about the truth. They don't even know what it is. It doesn't feature. They don't need it. They don't need the truth. They don't need reality. You know, their ideology is to destroy. Well, who needs the truth when you're trying to destroy things? The truth and reality work against those who seek to destroy. So it's surplus to requirements. It's worse than surplus to requirements. It fucks up their plan. Because if you dare say, well, hang on a minute, what about this? And then they're like, that's why they call you names. That's why you're a Nazi, you're a racist. Because they've got no comeback. So Hayden says leftists don't care about the truth. Look, Hayden, I hadn't even read the second half of your comment. And yeah, I just said it. They care about power and destroying their enemies. There's a communist administration. Call them what they are. Get your meme guns out. Let your friends know. Don't hold back. Don't call them the Democrats. There's nothing democratic about them. They're communists. It's a communist administration, and it's working from the Communist Playbook 101. Everything that's happening to the United States of America at the moment, the southern border, the energy crisis, which without a doubt is girlfriends on the blower, is all out of the Communist Playbook. My love, I'm making a video, and don't get your tits out while I'm streaming, please. You want me to show them? Yeah, I'll show them now. Yeah, right. Love, where's Tokai? You want me to show them? Where him? Tokai. Where's Tokai? Have you sent me a photo? Yeah. All right, I'll have a look at it in a minute. Love, I'm making a stream. Can I call you later? All right, darling. I'm going to show him if you do it once more. All right. See you later. Bye. I love you too. Well, apparently she sent me a photo of the Tokai, but I haven't seen it. She's no David Bailey. Oh my God. Well, you can sort of see it. You can certainly see the size of it. Look at that. That was in her bedroom. I'll certainly be enjoying my stay. Thank you, Hayden, for that donation. And yeah, you've absolutely nailed it. Ed from Queens, how are you, mate? Been a while. Good to see you. Thanks for the donation. Hello, I'm up late, 4:20 a.m. You ripping B-loads, are you? Queens, USA. You look and laugh. I have to live this garbage. Ed, I know I know you're sort of joking, and I don't laugh. It's a tragedy. I love the United States of America. I think it's one of the finest civilizations history has ever known. It's people of European descent built the place. I've got nothing against it. I'm horrified, but if I don't laugh, I'll cry. And also, I'm sorry, I've got tiger balm. I also see a winning streak. I honestly see a winning streak. The gubernatorial races were a little flag saying, "Oi, we're coming for you because this is fucked." There's another pipeline they're closing down now. I think Minnesota or Mississippi. There's another. I've got a video on it in a minute. The midterms are going to be covering those, so we can all just sit there and the salt will flow for sure. Nice one, Ed. And I'm not laughing at you for sure. Nice to see you. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you. Do you know anything about panic attacks? My daughter suffers terribly. I don't, but if any scrubs know anything about panic attacks, email me. Mike, email me and I'll link your email. I'll give Mike, I'll pass your email on to someone who does know. I don't really. I don't. I do because I studied psychoanalysis, but they tend to be trauma based, and until that trauma is understood and accepted, they'll continue. But there can be biological reasons. However, it gets complicated because why are there biological reasons? And don't get me wrong, by trauma, that doesn't necessarily have to be something horrific. It could just be there's something that maybe she had an accident as a child, and there's a symbolic relationship to that accident that expresses itself in certain conditions in her life. What I would suggest to you, I'm no doctor or medical expert, but keep a panic attack diary for her. So, when do they happen? What has she been doing when they occur? Where do they occur? How long do they last? When are they significant? When are they small? And after a period of about 6 months, you'll start seeing patterns forming, which might give you some kind of indication of why they're happening. What I would say is, again, this is all for entertainment purposes only, but I would try and do any treatment you can find that works before giving her drugs, really. I don't mean shooting her up with skag or anything. I mean, you know, if you take her to a doctor, they'll probably put her on some kind of suppressant and antipsychotic. And I've just seen so many bad experiences with children taking antipsychotics. So that's all I can offer at the moment. But I'll have a think. I'll talk to some people I know who do know about that kind of thing, and I'll try and get back to you. But give me a nudge, yeah, because I've got a lot going on. But I will. There are people I can talk to. But if anyone in the chat has had experience with that, email me and I can pass you on to Mike. Sorry to hear that, Mike. I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. But also remember, I mean, I don't know how old she is, but a lot of children have things that they just grow out of. You know, I certainly did. I had a. My brother did as well. My brother my brother used to smash his head against the wall like a lunatic, and that just stopped. And now he can speak 7 languages, and he's never said sorry in any of them. Thank you, Mike. I hope that you find some kind of solution for that. Thank you for those donations. I think there's another one, unless I've missed it. She was being a boob teaser. I try and keep it 2 syllables, Grego. It would have been either boober or teaser. But you're learning, you know. Actually, King Crona, only boyfriend. But they were a fine pair. They were a fine pair. For such a petite lady, she's got an oversized breast, which is terrible. Hello, Matt D. We'll take bears, big cats and wolves any day over that jungle insanity. Well, I think it's to do with what you're used to, isn't it? Like, I'm trying to think. Well, I told my missus that there are real zombies in England, and I wish I hadn't, because now when I tell her there aren't, she says, no, you lie, you just want me to go England. I told her we had real zombies, and she believed me. But I think it's what you know. You know, like, I imagine if I don't know, actually, if a Cambodian saw a squirrel, I can't even say squirrel, squizzle, litany of vocabulary. Yeah, I think it's probably what you know, but it's a scary place, the jungle, for me, because I don't know it. It's a scary place, Cambodia, for me, because when one of these fucking flying beasts come in with a body that big, it's like, and when they hit the glass, it's not like an English fly going ding, ding, ding. It's like pang, pang. I think the fucking pang, 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 2021, Dangerfield. Hoi. I think the glass is going to break. And that's when I go, I take me middle-aged, I can't even remember what they're called. What are they called? Who makes my sandals? What are they? You know what they are. So gay. When I take one of them off to hit it, my girlfriend just goes, no, him bite you. You dead. Which is fine when she's here, but when she's not here and something comes in, I'm like, oh, what do I do? Is it going to kill me or not? So I just tend to pretend it ain't happening. And should I die here? I will die here. Thank you very much, Matt, for the donation. Today's SUBSTACK. Let me try and work out what that is. Oh, sorry, mate. I thought at first you were talking about the Rittenhouse trial and you were saying it was a sus day and the left are going to get sussed. Pang, 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 21, Dangerfield. Hoi. What actually you're saying is Susaday. And I say back to you, Soksabai. Keep up the good work, fella. Thank you today. Did you ever tell me why you speak a little bit of Khmer? Someone here lived there. Someone the other day told me they lived there. There's a scrub living here. I sent him a message yesterday. I ain't heard back from him yet. I think he went up to see him reap. Thank you, today's. Soksabai. My daughter has anxiety, takes after a neurotic mother. Well, these things are passed through, you know, they're behavioral a lot of the time. And they will be passed down because children see how their parents respond to things, and that's how they learn. Don't give your daughter Xanax. Come on, Ed. Don't give your kids Xanax. Yeah, mate. Having said that, it's quite normal in northern Laos, northern Thailand, and southern Burma, Myanmar, to give kids opium. They treat their kids with opium. Thank you today's for that donation as well. I don't want to. Don't say tapping us. Tapping is supposed to be good. Oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought that said tapping a squirrel is supposed to be good. Yeah, someone else, a scrub, emailed me and talked about tapping. I need a piss. All this talk of tapping. I'll see you in a minute. Woo. Everything counts in large amounts. Ah, the old Jimmy Riddle. Reminds you what it means to be alive. Oh, yeah. Waddle me ass like a duck there over the seat. I don't think you need these details. Quick wash of the hands. Where's my tea towel? Get a new one. Fresh and clean, like a tree. Get a little bit of piss on that and wipe the plates later with that. Grab my vape. Moonwalk back to the screen. Fall over. Break my legs. Here we go. Pang, pang, pang. 2021. Hoita. Here we are. We're back and we're slack. Oh God, I'm out of breath on that. I might have to. I'm gonna refresh my entropy because there's been other donations coming and they're not showing. Alan Bastard MP, are you here? Oh, I hope he hasn't thought, fuck it, you've missed 3 of my donations now. I'm never coming back. Thank you to my subscribe star donations. They always need saying because they get no glory, they get no screen time, they don't get to say anything. My entropy is not up. Loading. 130 people. Lovely to see you. Binger. Tech Roach, are you about? Be nice to see you as well. Neanthos. Bless you, my friend. You know why. I won't say if you don't want me to. I mentioned it yesterday, actually, but I didn't name you. Incredible what you've done there. Yeah, it was a weird one, wasn't it? It didn't need to be said. Oh, entropy looks very weird. Come on, entropy, sort your life out. My computer's on its last legs. If you can still see me, I'll be surprised. No squirrel tapping, people, please. Piss Dangerfield. Someone called me that at school. Oh, they didn't again. Well, they left the school. See you later, Steve. Take care, mate. Jeffercake's neighbour's going spare. His girlfriend just turned up and demanded his dog off him. Well, I've had the dog taken off me before. The dude's a mafia type and he's going nuts. Is he going to get his medieval weapon collection out? Oh, there you go. Lucky that I did open up my entropy because Lumi dropped €6 in and he said, thanks for the shout out and all here. I'll show you because he's addressed. Oh, come on, computer. Right, there you go. Look, here you go, people. Maybe if I stop that, things will work a bit better. Oh, it won't close. Just hide behind your sofa, mate. Let them get on with it. Don't get involved. So Lumi said this. Yeah, look. He said this. Thanks for the shout out and for all of the scrubs' best wishes. Off for oysters and a champagne brunch in a bit. And here's his Substack link. I'll put it in the chat. You enjoy your oysters and champagne brunch, my friend. Lumi has a Substack as well. I do too. I'll never monetize it. My link's in the description. I write stories about my life, and they are mainly from the grotty underbelly. Lumi writes fantasy stuff, which is a far larger audience. I'm trying not to say of children. So there's Lumi's Substack if you're interested. My link is in the description. Enjoy your champagne and oysters when you get down there. Right, what have we got next for the Alan Bastard MP? Are you here? Right, I've got something good for you. I've got loads of goodness for you, actually. We've got loads of clips. getting through them's handy as well because my computer starts working. It looks like it might be seizing up now, though. Can you see me? Hello? This is going to blow your minds. So this is, I fast forwarded through a little bit of chatter at the beginning. Oh, come on, just open the freaking window. I'm sorry about this, people. I will get a new computer at some point. I'm just waiting for Black Friday. Right, so this is from Fox News, Tucker Carlson on Fox News. And he found an internal video. So if you don't know what that is, if you work for a company, occasionally they put out internal videos. It's just for staff. And if your company is something like Microsoft, that's a lot of staff. This is just ridiculous. This is so insulting on so many levels to the basic, just the basic principles of decency, honesty, and dare I say it, masculinity. Have a look at this and just weep. I will forgive you for weeping. This is an internal video that has gone around Microsoft. Like I say, I've shunted it forward a bit, but check this out.
Religious movement, apparently. Anyway, this is from Microsoft, internal. Watch.
Hello and welcome to Microsoft Ignite. We've got a big day ahead and lots in store for you. First, we want to acknowledge that the land where the Microsoft campus is situated was traditionally occupied by the Sammamish, the Duwamish, the Snoqualmie, the Suquamish, the Muckleshoot, the Snohomish, the Tulalip, and other Coast Salish peoples since time immemorial.
Really?
So she's just given a history of people who had that land. I wonder when they chose to stop. Who had it before the first people? No one? Who had it before the first people, she said? And if there's various people who had it, what about the people who had it after them? And on top of that, what does it matter? What does it matter? Because if you start, and don't forget, this is an internal video. This is for their staff. Can you imagine working at this fucking place? This is Microsoft. Can you imagine working at this place? So they're going to do that, right? Well, where does that stop? At what point do you say, we're bringing out a new computer? It's made from plastic, which comes from oil. It's a polymer. The oil that came out of the sea in God knows where, which originally belonged to the bloop, the bloop, the bloop, the bloop, and the bloop. The actual CPU and logic unit was manufactured in Taiwan, which originally, of course, was blah, 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 blah. This is insanity. It's just, this is such virtue signaling. It's sickening. It's claustrophobic. This is such a weak way of living. This is humans at their most weak. It's intellectually inefficient. That's what this is. And as I've said 1,000 times, the people most likely to virtue signal have got that evil triangular of Machiavellian manipulation, narcissism, and psychopathy. They are the most, psychologically speaking, the people who have that horrible evil triangle, manipulative, manipulative, narcissistic, psychopathic, right? That's the triangular. They are, psychologically speaking, the most likely to virtue signal. And they are the people who are making these videos. They are the people who are employed by these companies. And they have a lot of power. And they're pushing this shit on our children. They're pushing this shit on the new generations. Oh, come on, computer. Fucking work. Oi, oi, oi. Can you still see me? Because my computer ain't doing anything. My God. Right. Can you hear me? Are we back? Am I back? Sorry about this, people. I can only work with what I've got. Right. So check this out. It gets worse. It gets worse. If you can believe it, it gets worse.
Really? Have you paid royalties to the Muckleshoot people for building a stupid campus on their land? Probably not.
Thank you, Mousers. That's good to know.
Gets you out of the obligation. I don't think so, Microsoft. We'll talk to you later. But on to the rest of the.
So I was talking over that bit because my computer's dying. I'm so sorry, people. I will get a new one, but I'm going to have to wait till Black Friday. So basically, he said, have they paid any reparations to that massive list of names that no one's ever heard of? Probably not. Carry on, Tucker, because this gets insane. And I mean insane. That's not just, I've run up to this wall of describing things of madness and insane. But when Jim Jordan did, when John Kennedy did, when Tucker Carlson did, I thought, well, we're all here now because there's no further analysis. This is we are now in a state of general insanity. It gets worse.
Video, which got even weirder than that. Watch.
I'm a Caucasian woman with long blonde hair, and I go by she, her.
I'm a Caucasian man with glasses and a beard. I go by he, him.
I'm a white woman with short brown.
Right, so you've guessed it. They are giving you their descriptions to be inclusive of blind people, right? Okay, so what are you going to do for deaf people? Because if you're prioritizing blind over deaf, that's not right. So get some subtitles sorted. Right, that's blind and deaf sorted. What are you going to do for people who are blind and deaf? What are you going to do for them? What are you going to do for people who just aren't clever? What are you going to do for people who can't understand what you're saying? What are you going to do for spastic people who can't keep their heads still to look at the channel? That's not me taking the piss out of spastics. That's me taking the piss out of these idiots. What are you going to do for low IQ people? Oh, we know what they're going to do for them. It's called Pidgin, and it's on the BBC website. Because they can't speak the language as it's meant to be spoken, rather than expect them, rather than be as rude to expect them to... No, we'll just dumb down the language. And this is, again, communism. This is communism, because what it does is, rather than try and elevate people, rather than just accept the basic truth of humanity, that there are hierarchies, that people are not created equal. Some people are cleverer than others. Some people are stronger than others. Some people are quick-witted, faster-witted, I suppose you'd say, than others. So, people have got different strengths and different skills, but communism can't take that. It doesn't work if you admit that. So what do? Bring everyone down to the lowest common denominator. If this carries on in about 10 years, well, actually, that's already happened. Because as I told you a couple of days ago, when I walked through a train looking for a bottle of water to have a hit, there were adults reading about child wizards. Adults. Nearly, it was about 40 or 50% of that train was reading children's stories about wizards. This is what communism does. It brings everyone down to the lowest common denominator, because you can't elevate everyone to the same. You can't, because people have got different strengths and weaknesses, and some people are better at things. The only thing you can do to equalize everyone is bring them all down. This is madness. I'm wearing this. A blind person doesn't know what a red jumper is. A blind person doesn't know what blonde means. What kind of piss in their face is that? So there's someone who's never had sight. I've got blonde hair. Oh, thanks a fucking bunch. You might as well have said you got frog hair. Stupid bastards. It's so insulting. She also didn't mention that she's been eating quite a lot.
Brown hair, wearing a navy and floral blouse and dark jeans.
I am a tall Hispanic male wearing a burgundy shirt and some blue jeans.
I'm a white man. I'm wearing a polo shirt, blue jeans, and glasses.
And why is that even important? Why? I don't care. Just what is... what was his name? The medium is the message. I can't remember the bloke who wrote it. There was a very famous book in the 60s, The Medium is the Message. I mean, this isn't even about the content anymore. Marshall McLuhan it was. This isn't about the content. This isn't about whatever they're talking about. This is virtue signaling. This is them. This is getting the ball rolling to bring everyone down to the lowest common denominator. This isn't about whatever they're going to talk about. They are the medium is the message here. This is the brave new world. I'm a white man, so I'm a white woman. I'm a Caucasian. This. I'm a Hispanic. That. So, what are you telling us? What is this internal message? It's just fucking absurd. It's obscene.
I'm a black woman with light brown skin, rocking curly hair today, a red.
None of that means anything to a blind person. Doesn't even mean anything to me. What are you saying? Say something.
Shirt and black jacket.
I'm an Asian and white female with dark brown.
Asian white. There you go, people. There's a new one. Asian white. Asian white. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't a thing. I'm not saying it is a thing, but it's a new one on me.
Hair, wearing a red sleeveless top.
To be inclusive of our whole community, I'll describe what I look like to help.
Well, go on then, I dare you. The Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz.
Those who may have low vision or may not otherwise see me.
Low vision is so insulting, right? I told you this years ago. When I was at art school, we had to make these maquettes, which is like a small version of a theatre stage, right? So you had to make them in small. And what she said was, and this is how balmy liberal arts courses are. She said, don't make it to look like it. Make the maquette to give you the sensation of it. Make it to generalize the sensation of the useless, because a maquette is usually not together so that people know how to build the stage, right? So when we all had to present them, we were all there. The teacher went, when you're presenting your maquette, can you hand it to Mark because he's visually impaired? He went, I'm not visually impaired. He went, I can't see fuck all. I can't see fuck all. And this liberal dance teacher was like, oh no, I've upset someone by patronizing the fuck out of them visually impaired. He had pus dripping out of both eyes. He looked like a fucking zombie.
I'm a white woman with dark brown hair wearing a hot pink sweater.
Okay. So we called Microsoft. They're very literal, of course. They make bad software for a living. They're not artists. And we asked them, what is this? And they said, we're doing it to
Flamadilla. I mean, it would be, and this is the thing. It would almost be acceptable if they were to tell the truth. But there was no mention of anything that's actually worth knowing. I don't care about your jumper. What if they started saying, I'm a 4 out of 10 overweight, spotty bloke. I'm a 6 out of 10 hysteric woman. But you don't get any of that. You get their clothes. Oh, that's right. Oi, visually impaired people. This is what people are wearing. Yeah, clothes. Fucking ridiculous. Microsoft. The future.
help blind viewers, but of course they're lying because the guy with the mohawk, which was the most interesting thing about him, never even mentioned that he had a mohawk. So they're lying.
Yeah, he didn't mention that he was sporting the haircut of the land of the traditional natives that they've now got their campus on. Yeah, exactly, Carlson. I'm a registered sex offender. I've done time for human trafficking. Yeah, I'm a 9 out of 10 to blind chicks. Incredible. Yes, Dillich, it absolutely is. For people who don't know, I'll give you the quick version. Me and a mate, Bally G, We were tripping, 3 penguins, lot of acid, and we were walking around the college grounds at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Stop your knocking, I'm working. I'm going to shut that window. I can't be doing with this. That shuts it up. A little bit of window. And so we were walking around the college grounds at about 4 in the morning, and some student had decided to do a piece of artwork where he'd put a photo of one of the tutors. And a lot of us, I adored that tutor. He was my mentor. He's been on this channel. We had a chat. It went very well. And he was a mentor to me. But a lot of people didn't like him because he wasn't a pussy. He wasn't just going to put up with their nonsense, their liberal bullshit. So they put all these posters up. Have you seen this man? As if to sort of say, well, he's never there when we want him. You know, how do you get to see him? He only sees people like Dangerfield and Mumford. No, he sees people who put effort into their work and actually do the reading and do the work. So they put up about 5,000 posters of this tutor's face. Have you seen this man? They expected everyone who came to college the next day to see all these posters. There was a 1.5 mile drive up to the college at Dartington. So they'd put 2 on every tree. There was about 2,000 or 3,000 of these posters. So when me and Mumford, tripping our balls off, walking around the college grounds, saw them, we worked out immediately, oh, this is some kind of art project. Digging out Tim, who we liked. And Mumford said to me, should we take every single one down? And we were like giggling like kids, went, yeah. So we just started taking them all down. And when we got to the actual college, we took all the ones down up the drive, all the ones from everywhere, but a load of them were on trees in the garden of Block. Now, Block is where first-year students live because they're too stupid to sort out a nice house in town, so they live in Block, which is a shitty little prison cell. But they put the blind kids in A Block because it's nearest to the canteen and all the lecture theatres and all the studios. Now, blind Mark, the geezer who had the pus dripping out of his eyes, who said, I'm not partially sighted, I can't see fuck all. He lived in one of the rooms in Block, the one nearest the door. So me and Mumford are pulling down these posters and cracking up and tripping and just sort of, why is this one made out of hair? And then suddenly his curtains opened. Now, he thought we were some kind of intruders. He didn't know that we were students who knew him. And so he's opened the curtains. He's got his pajamas on and he's pretending not to be blind. He was had his eyes shut with gunk coming out of him. He went, go away. I'm going to call the police. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be here. So me and Mumford have just gone, just stop. Just don't move. Just don't move. But obviously when you're tripping and there's a blind bloke in his pajamas pretending not to be blind, we were just going, I'll call the police. I'll give descriptions of you. And we were going, he won't. Oh, it was too much. But yeah, yes, Dilic is the short answer. It was that fella. Nice bloke, really. But, you know, don't pretend not to be blind when we know you are. But then, of course, he couldn't see us. Maybe I should have said, sorry, I'm an art student with dreadlocks and army clothes. Mumford's wearing a dirty white suit and looks like a pumpkin. I think that's kind of the end of it, but we might as well finish it off.
Into the blind people. And by the way, how would someone who can't see know what a red shirt looks like anyway? Keep in mind, this isn't some 8th grader like going crazy on TikTok. This is a choreographed presentation for one of the most powerful companies in the world. So how long before they make your kids do this?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
there you go.
Here.
It's absolutely absurd. Stop talking, you. It's just crazy. It's just, you know, imagine working at these companies. Remember what happened to our fellow James Damore. James Damore, he went to the inclusivity and whatever they call it, workshop at Google, and they were told all about it. And they said, if you like, we'd like your feedback. If you want to write a paper, James Damore wrote a paper. They sacked him. And his paper was basically, there's not so many women in tech, in coding, because of actual biological reasons. And they fired James Damore. I had, oh, come on, can you still see me? Because I'm dead on my computer. I had him on this channel. He came on. It was mind-blowing. He's slightly on the spectrum, so I don't think he realised that he could have said, no, you've only got one subscriber. But he came on, and the first thing I said was, James, you've got a massive snout. I said, can we have a look at it from the side view? And he went, yeah. It's still on my channel. If you type in Dangerfield James Damore interview, you can watch it. It was quite funny, actually. Interesting bloke. So, yeah, he came on. Right. I think this one makes a sensible next video. Good Lord, I've got to start work soon. This is a bit of Mark Dice. We won't watch all of it because it's his content. But it's fucking peculiar, man. Trevor Noah, who has without doubt upped his, how shall we say, his ancestry. You'll see what I mean. Oh, come on, open the page. Damn computer. Don't do this. I don't even know if you can still see me. We should be all right. It's just not opening the page. We'll see what happens if I do this. Look, it's stuck there. I'll just entertain you until it opens up. I'll tell you what, I'll check my entropy. Alan Bastard, are you here? I've tried to make it full screen, but... Oh, here we go. Right, so this is Mark Dice's content, but have a look at Trevor Noah repping his ancestry. It's a peculiar look, and it's blatant, and he's I think he's right to do that, but this is madness. This is just madness. We won't watch all of it. I just want, it's the first half that is a bit I want you to watch. Check it. Mark Dice.
Virtually every YouTuber, from vloggers and gamers to people who do cooking shows or tech reviews, have denounced YouTube for announcing their decision to start hiding the dislike counts on all of the videos across the entire platform.
So there you go. Yes, Anglosaurus Rex, you're there. We can see you. It's all good. So, people, so Scory was talking about this, and YouTube, it would appear, is going to remove the dislike, the thumbs down. You can't dislike it, apparently. Now, that doesn't help me. I want to know how many people don't like it. If I make a video and half the people don't like it, I will not be making a video like that again. What is wrong with a dislike one? Well, it hurts people's feelings. That's what they're going to tell you, because we now live in a super cuck society where, the YouTube are selling this as, well, you know, new YouTubers, these delicate little beaters who are going to come along and, I've started a channel, but 20 people didn't like my video, and I can't cope with that. I can't. What the fuck? And so they're getting rid of it. That's what they're saying, because we want people to feel safe. Safe? We're fucking warriors. We're fighters. What are you talking about? I feel unsafe because I got 20 thumbs down. That's the smoke screen. The real reason they're doing it is because the left are getting absolutely ratioed to fuck. And when they're faking the algorithm, when they're putting the Young Turks on the front page. Have you seen Salty Cracker on the front page who has 20,000 people watching him live? No. Have you seen the Young Turks on the front page who have 1,500? They got 5 million subscribers, but 1,500 watching live. Half of that 1,500 hate watching anyway. This is why they're getting rid of it, because the left, the narrative holders, the communists, the utopianists are getting ratioed to fuck. No one likes it. No one wants it. The world's changing. The Overton window is on a fucking lightning speed. A lightning speed move to the left, to the right. That's what's happening. This is a political move. This is a political maneuver. And guess where we've seen this kind of thing before? Guess where they stopped letting you tell the truth? Oh, I don't know. Soviet Union, Mao's China, Pol Pot. Ring any bells? Yeah, more reality, more truth. We need to get rid of that. It doesn't help us, as we've already talked about in this fucking video. Truth and reality doesn't help the left because they only want to destroy. This is incredible. And they're blagging it on safety. You patronizing fuckers. Listen to me. If you can't handle 20 dislikes on your video, I'd stay away from YouTube if I was you, because next it'll be the comments that they're going to get rid of. And where are we then? What is that then? That turns YouTube into an advertising platform, which in short, it pretty much is anyway. Nonsense.
Platform. That is everyone except Trevor Noah, host of The Daily Show on Comedy Central, an African immigrant who moved to America years ago, but won't stop complaining about all the white people here.
And by the way, I like that YouTube is doing it. Finally, this is a great move from YouTube. You shouldn't be able to bully people on YouTube with the...
Bully them with the dislike. That's what he's going to say. I stopped it a little bit too quick there. Check it.
This is a great move from YouTube. You shouldn't be able to bully people on YouTube with the dislike button. I don't even...
Bully people by not liking something they said? That's bullying, is it? This is mad. This is Brave New World. Everything's all right. Everything's great. And if it ain't, take some Soma. Go to your doctor, get some Prozac. You'll be all right. Get some antidepressants up your head. You'll be fine. You'll need to stay on them forever, obviously, because we're not tackling the problem. We're tackling the symptoms. But you shouldn't be able to bully people on YouTube by disagreeing with them. You've got to agree with everyone. Everyone's good. Everyone's fine. Everything's great. Especially the left, which are the only people who want this because they're the only people who are being bullied by it. Get on Odyssey. I've got an Odyssey, Carlson. I've got an Odyssey, but I need to get some more people viewing before that move will make sense. But I've got an Odyssey. My videos upload there, but I think they've stopped uploading. I don't know. I'll have to check. But nice one, Carlson. I have got one. Albert says, when Chris gets a downvote, it's usually a stone scrub hitting the wrong button. It's madness. Yes, Grego, this is the thing. This is a really good point from Grego because you can already do it. When you go into when you put a video up on YouTube, you can say, don't show the likes and dislikes. So why isn't that enough? Why isn't that enough? Here's why it isn't enough. Because when you do that, the audience looks at it and says, why are they hiding the dislikes and likes? And that tells you a story. That says something about the quality, the nature of this video. Why would you hide that? If you were confident in your message, if you were confident in your activism, journalism, reporting, entertainment, you'd be proud to have those on show. No, look, people like this, but no. What they want, there'll still be the likes. So when the Young Turks, when CNN, when MSNBC go up, they'll have 20,000 likes, but you won't be able to see the 100,000 dislikes. That's what it's about. Absolute madness. Nice one, Anglo-Saxon. You're on fire today. You always put a smile on my boat. Hoy! It's lovely to hear, Anglo. I'm over my Monday blues. I'm going to take this week and I'm going to wriggle with it. Nice one, Anglo-Saxon. What a lovely thing to say, and thank you for the donation. Let me just check my entropy. Alan, where is Alan Bastard? I really need to talk to him. Hayden says they claim to want to stop misinformation. It's a great point. It's a great point. They claim to want to stop misinformation, but this makes it easier. There. Well, look, we know where all the misinformation comes from. The communists. That's where communists have dined out on misinformation since communism began. It's just insane. Nice one, Mick. I wonder what the new channel uptake is. Could be a reason. Wonder what new channel uptake is. I don't know what that means, Mick. Wonder what new channel uptake is. Tell me what that means. I don't know what I can't respond because I don't know what it means. Nice one for the 2 bomb though. Yeah, it's really, hey, I'm black. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, BLM. It really is. He'll have dreadlocks next week. That's a great thing. I'd love the UK to split into right and left separate countries. Yeah. And watch one of them just absolutely explode into excellence and brilliantness and community and family and prosperity and growth. And then there's the left. Yeah, that's why they won't ever let you do that kind of thing. If the left are so If the left are so confident that what they've got is right, why don't they fuck off and start their own nations rather than trying to turn capitalist countries into their communist ones? Go and do it. You got the money, you got the corporations behind you. Go and do it. Go and set up your little hippy drippy world of nothing and no goodness. See how it turns out, rather than shitting it on us. Kajetal says the lies are aggravating. They removed comments from our version of the BBC here about a year ago. They said it was because of problems with discus and privacy. That was clearly not the reason. Well, you know, look, originally when the internet appeared and like the Guardian and the Telegraph and all the mainstream media had websites, it was promoted, you know, oh, now we're online. It's not like it's not like a newspaper, because now you've got the right to reply. You've got the right to debate, and slowly they've all disappeared. You want to know why? You know why? Because when you give people the right to reply, the right to debate, they tell you what they think. And it tends not to be the narrative you're pushing, because they went from journalists to activists. Activists don't want you to reply. Activists don't want you to give them a thumbs down because they're activists. It's propaganda. Propaganda suffers under social proof. That's the bottom line. Propaganda needs to be believed. And if the social disproof is there, it's useless. And they're losing so much ground in the propaganda battle. They're losing so much of the narrative. The media, which includes YouTube channels, CNN and all that, always on the front page of YouTube. You know, the propaganda wing of the communist government, of the communist administration, of the communist ideology is losing numbers. They're losing huge numbers. And this is just another idea that they've drummed up to try and stop that decline. It won't work, though, because it's transparent. Everyone knows this is just more red pilling. More normies are going to go, I don't need protecting from this. This isn't bullying. I feel safe on YouTube. Why are they really doing this? And there you go. And that they'll know the answer, because they're not as stupid as the likes of YouTube like to think they are. Carry on, Robinson's Jam.
I don't even know why they ever had a dislike button on YouTube.
He's not joking. He wouldn't know a joke like Brian Stelter wouldn't know a salad. And he's one of the people who this new policy will protect. A lot of the YouTubers who are understandably upset about this don't really understand why. They actually believe the bullcrap that it's to protect smaller creators from getting bullied. I won't belabor the point.
And there you go. They nice one, Mick. I get it now. Yes, exactly. It made sense. It was allowing people to express their response. Grego says Trevor Noah taking over the Daily Show was the death of sane liberals. That isn't the one. That isn't the comment I wanted to put on the screen. History debunked. No, I think he's it. 100,000. Oh, he hasn't got long left. It's much like Way of the World. He hasn't got long left, and he should now. It's steady on garlic gorilla. I tried to get that in and out rather rapid. I think History Debunk is a bit naive here. He should really be doing what Salty Cracker does. He should now be moving slowly over to Odyssey. Now he's got the numbers. Look, when you move to Odyssey, you're going to lose half your people. You are. But if you've got 100,000 subs, losing 50,000, you're going to build them back up. But he should be moving to Odyssey now at this stage, or at least BitChute, because he's not going to last much longer. He's absolutely counter-communist narrative. You know, he just is, and they won't tolerate that for much longer. Sorry, people, I've now got to change the lighting because I can't be jaundiced again. I was a jaundiced teenager, and I'm not having it. In a couple of seconds' time, that decision should probably shut down my computer nicely. Oh, God. Let's try a bit less of that one and a bit more of that one. There you go. That's a bit more acceptable. Thank you. Right. I'll show you a little bit more of it, actually, because it does go on to say some interesting things.
I detailed it in my previous video about this, but I'm sure you know, it's obviously to hide the fact that so many people are rejecting the garbage that's being promoted through mainstream media channels and other cultural Marxist outlets like BuzzFeed and the rest.
Just look at it. Yes, Albert, it's the participation that counts. We're all winners. There's 3 winners right there. Look at that. 3 lovely ladies. But look at that ratio that he put on just before that. Hang on.
It's being promoted through main.
130,000 downloads. And look, if you can see there, Dr. Him, and it's about him and him being one of the most dedicated, blah, blah, blah. It's a new documentary coming out about Dr. Clouchy, and it's got 130,000 downvotes and 8,000 upvotes. That is all this is about. And everyone knows it. It's absolute bollocks. Those 3 women. Incredible. It's lovely though, because when you do just throw if you can still see me, good, because I can't. But when you throw reality and truth out the window, that's what you end up with. There is a reality will fight back. Truth will fight back. And that image of those 3, I'm sure they're lovely ladies. That's what reality will come back with. And absolutely, Emma. Absolutely. You expect him to go. I fucking love water. I absolutely love it. I could just drink it. Well, I do just drink it. That's all I do with it. Sometimes I shower in it too, but most of the time it's drinking. Please, people, drink 2 of these a day. 3 litres of water. I think one of these is 1.5. Drink 2 of these a day. That's how you look as wrinkle-free and beautiful as me after a lifetime of drug abuse and 50 years old. Look, it's just... Look, hang on. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I'm just looking at my numbers. Oh, work message has come through. Sorry, people. Let me see. Okay. Oh, God, hang on. Let me just answer this. I've really run over. 1 second. Hang on. Let me answer it. Come on. Right, there you go. Bosh, 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 bosh. Oh, now I can't close it. How long is Black Friday? Right, you've got to see this. This is incredible. Joe Biden gave a speech at a Pennsylvania rally. This is something else. Now, it has been chopped, but it hasn't been chopped to make him say things that he isn't saying. They've just kept in the good bits. This is something else. This is the leader of the communist administration of the United States of Bolsheviks. Check it out.
Was named Ambrose Finnegan. As kitchen table, I learned. I used to say, Joey, nobody's better than you, but you're no better than anybody else. Maybe it's the Scranton. I got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, worried about whether they can make next month's mortgage payment. Well, it is what it is because he is who he is. That's why it is what it is. He is who he is. Remember when he went on, he decided he was going to convince Bob Woodward what a smart guy he was. So he went on, yeah, smart guy. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure, isolate, and punish China. Folks, true international effort to pressure, isolate, and punish China. Donald Trump thinks healthcare. I'm sick and tired of smart guys. I gotta admit, this is all within our power. This is all within our power. But we're getting there, man. Hang on. to send every single person qualified to community college free. To community college free. And if I keep going, you're going to freeze your fingers off. It wasn't.
Ooh.
Donald Trump hasn't delivered on a damn thing he said he'd do. True international temperature, isolate and punish China. Joey, nobody.
And again, when you've just thrown reality and truth out, you can have a leader of the Communist Party like this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he does, because there's no measures or scales left. They're lying. Did you see that 3.5 quadrupazillion page bill they're putting through? And you know that a load of Republicans have voted for that. Oh yeah, those rhinos have got to go, man. They've absolutely got to go. It doesn't matter. They hold the voting public in absolute contempt. That's why you can just put this freak up. No one cares, because they're going to do it anyway. They're doing whatever they want. They're destroying the country. And so what when people say, hang on a minute, this bloke is senile, at least. He may have very advanced dementia. Even if he's got neither of those two, he's in no way capable of leading the United States of America. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're breaking the law. They're doing anti-constitutional things. And they don't care that people know. Because when you seek to destroy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because they haven't got to convince you of anything. They got into power, so now they're just going to destroy the place. Luckily, we have the midterms. This is a lovely video I'm going to show you now. It's a little bit out of step, but I've hit the 2 hours and I've really got to go to work. But I've got 4 more videos I want to show you. I'm going to get rid of one. I'll show you that later or tomorrow. But this is a lovely video. It's only 2 minutes long. This is from Forbidden Recall's channel. Worth a look. This is called, if I can get the fucking thing to load. This is called No More Brother Wars. Really, really nice. And what a really important sentiment. Europe doesn't need to be fighting Europe at the moment, or ever again. It's quite amazing when you watch it as brothers rather than enemies. When you see them as Europeans rather than enemies that the elites made us fight. When you see soldiers from the First and Second War, you're essentially looking at workers. You're looking at workers who generated funds, who generated money, who generated revenue for the military-industrial complex. These are workers. Sorry about that, people. None of these people wanted to be killing each other. None of them knew why they were there. They're related. Yeah, good work for Bin and Recalls. Great video. I would have probably had a little bit more to say about that had I had time. Right, this is entertaining. This is a nice little palate cleanser for the end of the video. The grift has been all right, but it dried up a little bit. Feel free to donate for my 2 massive hours before I start a day's work. And we will be streaming live the Rittenhouse situation later. It's almost certain. I've just got to work my butt off. I mean, it's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening here. But I got 3 hours work in this morning, so I've got about 2.5, 3 hours work to do, so I should be able to get it done. So check my Telegram link in the description, check your notifications, just see if you can find my channel later, because I will be trying to stream it. And we had a great time streaming other parts of the Rittenhouse case, and it's good to have a chat about it, and, you know, we're all good here. Now, I am treading a little bit on Richard Footgolf's toes here, but... Decca Heggie and Danny Christie they're both in the ex-gangster, ex-hardman world of podcasting. You know, Sean Atwood set his channel up. Loads of people were guests on there. They saw Atwood making a mint out of it and thought, I can do this. I can get on with this. I'll do this. And they set up a channel, and it doesn't really work like that because it's a full-time job to make the sort of money Atwood makes. And so then they just start calling each other out and going, you fucking cunt, I'll fucking fight you, you fat fuck. And the other one goes, I'll fucking fight you. Well, madly, a fight did actually happen. Danny Christie and Decca Heggie. Decca Heggie is a tank. He's a monster. Danny Christie, not so much. I'll show you. This is today's Toxic Masculinity segment. If you don't know, we have one of them daily. This is today's Toxic Masculinity segment. I'm going to show you a little bit of the fight. It's not a great fight because they're not fighters. They're men who think they're hard. And, you know, they'd kick the shit out of me without a doubt. But I learned very early on to get other hard men to do my fighting for me when I was in the game. I'll show you a bit of the fight, and then I'll show you Decca after the fight. So here's a little bit of today's Toxic Masculinity. This is from Fighting Travelers Bare Knuckle Boxing channel. And again, I fully support this. I fully support this. They had a beef. They were shouting at each other on their channels. So some travelers got together and said, why don't you get in the ring, get some gum shields, wrap your knuckles up and have a little tear up. Yeah, do that. Don't do it in a boozer with broken glass. Have a fight. Have a solid fight. So here's a little bit of the scrap. Now, because they're not professional fighters and Decca Heggie is an absolute unit, he's gassing after about 20 seconds. So we're starting the fight at 32 seconds in. And I'm only going to show you about a minute or two of this, but this is today's Toxic Masculinity. Let's go. Now, notice Danny Christie, the smaller of the two, working the jab, right? This is really important. Because someone there, jab, jab, jab. Hedgie's going for the knockout. They're stupid punches. They're not down the pipe. They're round the outside because he's too big. Look at the other fella, Danny, working. That was a fucking clump in the face, though, from the right. But working the jab. There you go, jab. Work jab, jab. The jab is something that non-fighters don't realise. It does so much damage.
Keep it clean, boys. Clean. Good fight. Good fight.
Yeah, I'll do as you like. Keep it clean, boy. Good fight. Good fight. You want some tarmac or something?
Okay, boys.
Now, you might be able to see a bit of claret on Decca Heggie's boat there. And usually, if the bigger man has got cardio, usually the bigger man wins. It's just a fact.
Good fight, boys. Good fight.
Good fight, boy. Good fight. It's a very small ring, I have to say. I mean, what's that? 12 foot? Right, so you get the idea. You get the idea. They had a little, largely uneventful fight, right? But Danny Christie worked the jab. If you just keep jabbing someone, you haven't got to go for knockout punches, because the problem with going for knockout punches against a geezer who's twice as big as you, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. And also, it's fucking tiring. every time. You know, if anyone here has ever done any bag work, you do a minute on a bag. That first minute, you're right, here we go. 40 seconds in, your shoulders are burning. Your biceps are burning. And then you have a minute off, and then your trainer's like, right, come on, another minute. You can't even hold your hands up by the second minute unless you're a pro and you've been doing this for years. So you don't want to be swinging all these fucking knockout punches, all these silly uppercuts. Just pop, 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 pop. So you saw a little bit of the fight. There was no knockouts. No one got knocked out. And now I'm going to show you a little clip from Decker Hedgie, the big fella who swore he was going to knock Danny Christie to shit the next day. And you'll see what working that jab does to a man. Check this out.
How are you doing, everybody? Like this. I just want to say, I want to start this video by saying well done to Danny Christie for giving me a fucking absolute war.
And that's fair play. And that is why I say, and that's why I do celebrate this. Because he just said fair play for giving me a war. Well, they're not shouting at each other anymore. That's over. They had a fight. Good. Let men fight. Nothing wrong with it. But fuck me, that is the damage that repeated jab done. I watched the whole fight. Danny Christie got in about 5 or 6 actual right hand punches. That's what a repeated jab will do to a fellow of that size. Look at the fucking state of him.
Two fucking hard men fighting in a 12-foot by 12-foot ring.
There you go. It was
nowhere
12.
to run. Big up to Dougie Joyce and Paul Venus for seeing the fair play. 2 top lads. Made it a really fair fight. A lot of people are complaining about the people in the gym. Listen, man, 2 of the guys one of them owned the gym. The other lad was part of the gym. There was nothing unfair. Nothing.
Matt said he jabbed him to the point of looking pretty. He looks like he's got a bit of eyeshadow on, doesn't it? Well, absolutely, John. You know, and it's over now. And, you know, they both wanted to fight. And if 2 men want to fight, don't have it in a pub car park. Don't get busy with fucking weapons or going around people's houses where their kids and wives are. Just go and do it in a ring. If you don't want to wear gloves, wrap your knuckles up. That looks after your hands. Nice one on the same page. You right there? I watched a Russell Brand video about they've been testing facial recognition tech in Oz. That sounds promising. Took me back to a Dave Cullen video around a year or so ago. Ring any bells, anyone? I don't remember the video you're talking about. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all that they're doing that in Australia. I mean, the only thing that would surprise me in Australia at the moment would be any legislation leading to more freedoms. And I say that disheartened, because who would have thought that? Who would have thought that about Australia? You know, Australia, for European people, Australia has always been like this place of fantastic lives and freedoms and prosperity. And again, in the space of a year, it's just collapsed. But thank you for the donation, mate. If anyone else knows the Dave Cullen video he's talking about, let me know. It would appear so. Thanks for the donation, mate. Otto says, yeah, Dave called it a long time ago. Great channel. And also thank you on the same page, because I told you yesterday about going to Thailand, didn't I? Yeah, you were here. Can anyone remember who wanted to talk to Dave Cullen? Someone said someone wanted to talk to Dave Cullen, and I said I can link him up, but I can't remember who wanted to talk to Dave Cullen. Was it Salty Cracker? Who wants to talk to Dave Cullen? Someone must remember. Critical Drinker, nice one, John. There you go. That's what it was. It was the Critical Drinker. So yeah, I can hook those 2 up, no problem. Oh yeah. Oh, I've got the contacts. Don't you worry about that. Right, people, I've got to do a day's work. Join me later for the Rittenhouse trial. If you haven't subscribed to my Substack and you want to read my original writing, link in the description. Maybe sign up to my Telegram and then you'll be notified of all the videos. And because I occasionally do the odd stream out the blue, I am getting back to making videos. There's just a lot on at work at the moment and my computer ain't up for the job. But I will be sorting that out over Black Friday. Chuck some money at me, you tight bastards. Thank you everyone who donated. Thank you to Moz and Rags for moderating the channel. Thanks for everyone for engaging in the chat. It's brilliant. I love this place and it's an absolute privilege to be able to stream to you. I'll see you later. Not that much later. Here's a bit of Bally G if I can get the freaking thing to play. And I will be putting comments on the screen. Ta-da! Oh, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, that YouTube tells me about a third of you ain't, subscribe to it. Go. Cat Squatch, you don't ever have to apologise, mate. Thank you, John. He certainly has. I'll put those two together. Yeah, another like will be nice. Are you here, Alan Bastard MP?
All my friends are sick of having me around. Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on, I've taken all a man can take. Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world don't watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Yeah.
Gonna make my grave underneath the wave.
Thank you for so many lovely comments about the quality of the streams lately. It means a lot to me.
Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. Looking back, I rejected every place I stayed. A woman says I'm lying in the bed I've made. She says warriors don't give up before the war begins.
Go on, my boy Tom, get some graft up to justify the mess I'm in. All right.
People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. Struggle to feel emotion that can be
Dear America's excellent. Nice one, Anglo.
Going deep, deep down underwater.
Nice one, Ash.
Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going
what a lovely thing to do.
Deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head.
Stop.
On the riverbed.
Yeah. Solo. God, I got so many work messages coming through. I've done 3 hours. Not streaming, I meant work this morning. Yeah, I think we all feel like that. It'll probably be about 4 o'clock UK time because I think that's when the Rittenhouse thing starts. But it's depending on getting this work done. I've got to make a video, not for YouTube, for work, and I've also got a few other things to sort out.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down.
Yeah, I used to get down to Vicky Park and feed the ducks and that. Nice day out. Yeah, nice to see you back, Anglosaurus.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater.
Dear Bally G. All right, people. Excuse me. Well, my computer got through another stream. Wicked. Well, at least with the Rittenhouse trial, it'll only be one video, so we all should be good. Hello, Ludwig. Good to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, but he's got a lot of people on, hasn't he? So he'll be gibbering for an hour, and he's also made about 80 grand out of this. So I think he's having an extra hour for, and rightly so, because it's good content. But I think it starts at 4. But someone let me know. I'll have a look for it. But I won't be done by 3. I've got shitloads to do. I've got to get working. All right, people, look after yourselves. I'll see you later. Take care. Ta-da.